We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. Room here to run. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, there you go, Charles, his first NFL pass, and it goes for a completion.
And you know that they thought about this before even calling the play, right? Let's get him his first completion. Let's get it out of the way because we expect bigger things from him going forward, but take care of the small stuff first.
From the 44, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Barney, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 44 yards. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. McManus's point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the delay, Jones. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this. It just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as the season moves along.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On the ground with a tight end. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll run it with Jones. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, Rodgers. Quick completion here to Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a 4th.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27, Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a great job working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. These 2 teams all tied after 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it again with Henry. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more of a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Stafford on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Jones. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Going to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Foster Moreau from a yard out. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Nevis on to attempt the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A first down carry for Henry. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Henry again on second down. Uses this stiff arm. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Tackle at the 21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 25 on second down, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw once more on second and 10. Rodgers. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. This is intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Rodgers now on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on second and 10, Rodgers. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get more life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
To Evans on the slant. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Look at this, a tight end carry. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs
there to make the grab.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Play action. Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And here's Jones again on second down.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter and misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Packers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They begin with Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A big run there. 29 yards and a first. That was excellent from start to finish. From the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
The extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
They're ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Wilson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 39, Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And this time, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Evans. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
They're ready to kick it off. Here's Meebus. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 3.
Play action. It's Wilson.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Beck. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at their 49-yard line.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Wilson to throw.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal. Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. Second down coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, and he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now Andrew Mevis for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Packersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And this will be a Packers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
They'll go again to Jones.
He'll get this up to about the 44. Tackled on the play by Damari Mathis.
At the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.